Hi, this is Chris Barnes with the Beefin' Barnzy channel with another Real Talk review, this time with the Storm DNA. Coming to you live from AMF Louisville once again. This ball is 247, 053, 023 intermediate diff, brand new solid reactive exo cover. What all that means is this is a gigantic core with a big cover. Let's go take it for a spin and see what it looks like. Okay, this time I got this one straight from bowling on the PBA 50 Dragon in Wichita. This is a low, it's about a 4.5 inch pin for me. So 4.5 by, let's call it 5 by 5 or so. So a low 4.5 inch pin. This has got 1,000 grit on it right now, and let's see what it looks like on this house shot, which has a little play on it. Smooth and rolly, not unprecedented. Like I say, here at AMF Louisville, we have a 25-plus-year-old HPL surface. Some of the panels have been replaced. Not able to use my normal pair, but this lane's not so bad. Sliding 30, looking around 17, 18. That's a little further to the right. Blends off of it pretty good. I'd say a little lower pin with some surface. We needed that up at North Rock lanes in Wichita. It's a pretty new pro-am lane surface, quite a bit of volume, and absolute control up there. Light, lower viscosity oil, which makes it pretty slick through the front. When we get done here, we will also throw the gem and the reality so you can get a little look at what it looks like against two of the better big balls in the Utah lineup. Get it out of there. That's right.
You're so lucky.
Only 3 days too late. That's not true. Ninth place finish up in Wichita. That was a first good week of the year for me, so. Oh boy. I don't even know what to say about that. I guess glass half full guy, this ball allows me to stand in the oil enough that when I miss left, it still holds. Sheesh. I got nothing there. I have been moving left as I go, but I didn't mean to move my eyes quite as far as I did on the one before that one. So.
I didn't even like it because it gave you a 9 spare on your strike.
I get a 9 spare. Oh, that's the front 5. Yeah, we're changing that. There we go. I'm adding X's now. There we go. You know, I'll get the front. Now, this is even a tougher rack now. Yep, it is what it is, so. Can't make it up. Real Talk ball reviews. And to be fair, I used this a little bit at the Southwest tournament of North Rock over the weekend too. That was on a house shot, basically. Pretty top hattish. Scores are big there. And so it did get some play in doubles and singles. They hooked more for team events, so it didn't come into play much, but you just never know. One of the things I will say about it so far is it doesn't seem like it bogs down quite as much as some of the really big balls, but we'll find that out in a minute when I throw the reality in the gym, and then you can kind of judge for yourself what you think. Well, normally I kind of play around a little bit here, but maybe we'll just go ahead and see if we can shoot 300. Senior bird dog right there, got that 5 out. All right, we'll try and get them all here and see if we can do that, and then I'll throw some a little slow, a little faster, and give you some other ideas of what it does. So. Uh-oh. Too much puddle. Womp womp. Got loose, I started to try. Well, so far I'm normally balls that are this asymmetrical, this big, tend to really lock up and kind of go forward. And so far, it does have a very continuous motion, which these really core strong balls like that, that's not a usual thing. But I'll move 5 left here, and we'll see what it looks like doing that. And again, the real point of that is to see how long it continues for before it goes up and locks up. If it locks up pretty quick, the window just gets smaller of when you can use it. And so, I mean, that's actually really good news, especially on a house shot that has some play on it already. So now I'm gonna, even though our game's over, 279, I'm gonna throw a couple a little firmer, move 5 or 6 right, kind of take my hand out and see what it looks like that way. Hey, no 5-pin necessary. But, well, there you go. 279 that first game. Now I'm going to get out a couple other balls. I'm going to throw them up against them. First ball I'm going to throw is a gem, drilled very similarly, mass same spot. Pin is about a 1/4 inch weaker. Also got 1,000 on it. Another ball from Wichita. I'm going to sand in exactly the same spot, and let's see what happens. Just strikes. That's what it does, baby. Just strikes. That ball did strike a lot in Wichita, but the one thing I could take away from there, sometimes it doesn't show up great on video, is that ball was earlier, and it had used up a lot more energy going through the pin. So I'll move like 4 or 5 left again and throw it so you can kind of judge for yourself. Oh boy, that's where that ball should shine, is if I miss in the puddle, it was going to roll in the oil. Now let me throw it to the right a little bit. We'll see what it looks like there. Ah. And it makes it around the corner, but it's obviously, you know, it's probably, I would say, 3 feet sooner than the DNA, and a little stronger overall. Then now the next one I'm going to throw is Reality. Again, very similar drillings. All 3 of these were used last week in Wichita. I used them off each other, and so let's kind of see where this one fits in. Good grief. Well, again, not very good, but the other balls when I missed in that puddle stayed there. That one did not. All 3 balls have 1,000 on them. And all have been touched because we used them on a big puddle. So I'm going to move 3 or 4 left with this one. Shape-wise, actually has a lot of similarities to the DNA, which is a good news for the DNA. That kind of long continuation window is one of the things that made the Reality so popular. I personally have felt like the gem can be a little bit quicker when there's oil in the front of the lane, but it can also be quicker to respond to the friction in the front of the lane as well. where this ball tends to keep its characteristic no matter what, and it's what's made it really good when it's shiny too. There's one a little more to the right. And that's what makes the reality so special as a big ball, is it still continues up that spot. But to be fair, the DNA did too. So ultimately, again, we got a solid reactive cover. EXO, brand new. Haven't seen it before this. At least I haven't. This is 1,000. It's got a low RG, big flaring, big asymmetrical. So it's going to pick up in oil. It's going to, be able to pick up in that puddle and some of those things you see on wet dry. Also on longer patterns, and it seems to have a pretty long continuation window for me. So for me, I think it's down below a reality as far as being a little cleaner through the front of the lane, but it kept that same characteristic where it continued through. So, for me, at least on the Barnzy side of the Beef and Barnzy, DNA is going to get a thumbs up. Like and subscribe to watch more Real Talk reviews on the Beef and Barnzy channel.